I gave you my heart.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. I need to make the bed, so I'm just gonna put you guys like here, I guess. I was supposed to work today, but then I switched shifts. Oh my gosh, I knew the phone wasn't gonna stay. I switched shifts with my coworker. I hope that stays. So I'm not working today, but now typically it'd be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Now I'm working tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. So I have to work on the first day of school, which is fine because I'll be gone after the kids leave. But I just wanted to like take my time getting them ready and seeing them off, and then just enjoy, cleaning the house without them here and really getting the house like deep cleaned, because we are doing the boys' birthday party this weekend and we're having lots of people over, and we have to get the bathroom cleaned because we don't want everyone going up and down the stairs to use our bathroom, so that involves cleaning the boys' bathroom, and it is dirty. So I need to start working on that. I think I'm gonna chip away at it over the course of the week. So like do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, and truly just try to tackle it and get everything done by Friday so that we can just focus on decorating it come Saturday morning, because we are having the party a little early. We plan to take the kids to a baseball game that evening. It's like through his job or whatever, and we went last year, so he wants to take them to that. So we have the party in the morning, and it's just a lot because at first it was just going to be like this small little party, and now we're having a bouncy house, and it's just, yeah. It's just getting bigger than I think what I anticipated, at least. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's just becoming more of a party. And we have to figure out parking with our neighbors, so there's a lot to put into it, but I will just take you guys throughout the week. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff going on. My husband already got like all of the decorations, the treat bags. I got some cheap party favors to put in the bags, and then I got these. These are for the boy's birthday, but it's not for the party on Saturday. I got this number 7 candle with like the Minecraft print. And then I also got these that I thought were really cute. And then I am waiting on some Minecraft figurines. One is Steve, and he has like the full armor on with the sword. And then the other one is a creeper. And I found the cutest idea online for a cake, and I'll insert a picture. But it's basically like brownies stacked up like the landscape. The Rice Krispies are like part of the earth, and then the blue gelatin is like the water, and it's supposed to be like a Minecraft universe. And then you put the candles up and put the figurines up, and it's like an alternative to a birthday cake, and I just thought that was so cute. So we're gonna do that for them on Sunday. My grandma wants to have a little something at her house for them on Sunday, less chaotic, something that will just be for immediate family. We're not having a big old party 2 days in a row, and we want to make that cake for Sunday. Saturday, everything is Super Mario Brothers, so we just have tons of Mario stuff up here. I'm still waiting on the Minecraft figurines. He's still waiting on a few other packages, maybe, I think. I still have to order the boys' birthday present. I found the cutest kid-sized skateboards. They really want skateboards, amongst other things, but I thought a skateboard would be like a good present. So I'm gonna get them the skateboards. They're gonna get a bunch of stuff from other people. So, and I know no one else is getting them a skateboard. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I still have to order those. The cake's already been ordered. My husband's ordering pizza later this week. It's just so much, so much. He put the deposit down on the bouncy house, but we haven't finished paying for that yet. We have to pay for that the day of. I am out of breath. It is going to be so crazy. But I'm going to finish making the bed and make the kids some lunch because right now it's only Monday and I have a bunch of stuff to do. Is this soy sauce? I got a call from the Walmart bakery saying that their image printer that they use to do their cakes is out of ink. So the cake that we got for the party will now have to be hand piped. She was giving me a couple different options of ways that they can hand pipe a design on there and then put like the characters on there so that it still will be like a themed cake. It just won't have the printed design that I specifically wanted. So that kind of sucks. And she didn't say anything about like taking money off, so I don't know. But she said if the ink does come in before Saturday, that obviously they'll make it the way that I ordered it, but she was giving me a heads up, and I'm like, okay. So not a big deal. I'm sure the kids won't care, but I hope this isn't like a sign that we're gonna have a whole bunch of issues trying to get this party together. Hi, it's Wednesday and the kids are off at school. They were so cute this morning. They got up so well despite going to bed late last night, which I'll get into. And yeah, they got up really well, got them off to school. We got there early, which is the best way to start off the first day of school. But I'm exhausted. I didn't go to bed until 1:30, and then I was up at 5 because I had to go get them. They didn't spend the night at home last night, and that is because I was in the hospital until like almost midnight. I was there from like 4 something to almost midnight. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. Yeah, so I went to go donate yesterday because I've been donating for years and years and years. Like, I've been donating since before I even had Nathan, because it's a nice little supplemental income, a little extra spending money or saving money or whatever money. And so I went yesterday, especially with my hours being reduced for at least the next couple months, potentially. And so I went and I felt really good afterwards. Usually I feel a little icky, but honestly, I felt really good after yesterday's donation. I drank a little bit of water right after, like I always do. I made sure I drank water before I even donated, made sure I ate something before all the stuff. And I went, and my grandma watched the boys for me while I did it. And so I went to her house to pick them up. And I remember eating some eggs because she said you need to eat something more like substantial. And I said, okay. So she made me some eggs and toast, and I was eating that and sipping on a Gatorade. And I had noticed when I got to her house that I was starting to feel kind of like a little shaky. And then I was sitting at her table and I said, "Man, it is so hot in here." And she's like, "It's really not." And I said, "No, I'm sweating." And so I went to go stand by the fan and I just was starting to sweat more and more and more. Um, it got to the point where I just felt very, very like I was sweating, but I wasn't hot. It was cold sweat. Like I felt cold, but I kept sweating. Like I could just feel it like dripping down my lip and down my chin. And I couldn't even remember this yesterday, mind you. I'll get into that. I couldn't even remember this yesterday, but it's like come back to me more and more now that it's the day after. But like I was just sweating profusely. And I remember her saying, "Elena, you need to check your blood pressure." And she put her little wrist BP monitor on my left wrist. It inflated, it did its reading, and I looked at it and it said like 90 over 50. And I was like, "Oh, that is low, 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 low." My blood pressure is usually like 120s over 80s. Sometimes it's like 130s over 80s or over 90s. I have been known to have like stage 2 or stage 1 hypertension, I think. Yeah, it's been a little elevated at times. So like that's normal for me. So for it to be 90 over 50 and my pulse was like 50 or 60 something, I don't know, it was just like lower than normal. Like my blood pressure took a significant drop. And I just remember looking at her and I said, "I think I'm passing out." And that's like what I remember really well from like the beginning of it, is that has all come back to me now because I couldn't even remember that yesterday. Like my grandma had to tell me how it all transpired because I couldn't even remember like getting to her house, what I ate yesterday, nothing. Apparently her and Nathan had to help me to the bed, and I guess I passed out from there. I remember waking up with like a rag on my forehead. I guess Nathan came in and put a rag on my head for me. He's so sweet. And they said that they had tried to wake me up a couple times and like it was really hard to wake me up. And I still don't remember waking up the 2 times they woke me up. They said I was like super disoriented and like my eyes weren't focusing and all kinds of stuff. I still truly don't remember that. I do remember, however, the last time I woke up because my husband woke me up and my grandma helped me get my shoes on so that he could take me to the ER. I was super shaky and dizzy, like getting into the car and then getting from the car into the emergency room. We had to wait so long. Part of the reason I was there so long is because I didn't even get into a room until like 8 something, and we got there at like 4, almost 4 something, almost 5 o'clock. And basically, we were all thinking I was just like severely dehydrated, but because of like the altered mental state, and like the confusion and fogginess of my brain that I was having, they ended up doing blood work, chest and lung x-ray. I did get IV fluids, and they also took me back and did a CT of my brain because they're like, well, with the fogginess, we want to make sure that there's not something like neurological going on. And so the blood work came back. The doctor said unremarkable, which a lot of doctors say that. I looked at my labs this morning, and some of them were a little elevated, like my glucose, which has been kind of a little elevated since I've put on weight. My CO2 was low. That has been low for months. My CO2 has been low, and I don't really know how to get that up. I think that was also, I could be wrong, but just from my medical background and experience, I think that's also why when I was hooked up to the monitor last night at the ER, every time I nodded off, my husband shook me to wake me up, or the nurse that came in shook me to wake me up because the respiration, it was dinging, like it wasn't picking up any respiration. And I think that's because I have low CO2 levels, and I just, when I'm like at full rest, I'm not breathing as deeply as I should. I don't know, just another issue that I have apparently. And so that was like one thing that was kind of throwing me. I was still disoriented pretty much up until I got about half of the IV fluids, and then I was starting to like make conversation. I guess they said like my eyes were focusing better. I was like answering questions faster. There wasn't like a delay between the question being asked and my brain processing it and responding to it. The chest x-ray was good. Like I said, blood work they said was unremarkable. They said there wasn't really any like crazy findings. And then with the CT of my brain, I was expecting the doctor to come in and just say, hey, your brain scan was fine. You've got your fluids back. You seem like you've improved. We're just going to go ahead and send you home and rest. Well, I mean, I did end up going home right after he talked to me. However, he did tell me that my CT found something. I have what's called Chiari malformation type 1. Apparently the cerebral, like the cerebellar tonsils, I believe. Basically, my brain is like deformed. It's like there's more pressure in my skull and in my brain than normal people's brains. And that was like it's a congenital thing. So that happened when I was in the womb. I was born like this, and there's different types. I have type 1, which is rare, but it's more common than the other types. The other types are like more and more and more rare. And it basically can just like, has like some cognitive things. Like it can pose different issues with like memory, which I've always had a horrible memory. My husband will say something to me constantly, and 2 minutes later he'll talk about it, and I'm like, it's like it's a new thing, like I've never heard it before. He's like, Elena, I just said something to you, and I'm genuinely like sad and concerned that I can't remember. So there's that. I do get dizzy or off balance a lot, and I've noticed as I've gotten older, my sense of like balance and everything, it's gotten a little bit worse. It can affect your vision, which I have horrible eyesight. I've had horrible eyesight since I was a child. It can also affect like the neck and the back, which I have neck and back problems. I have posture problems also from that because it can affect the spine because the brain is coming down farther than it's supposed to because it's deformed. I think there's a few other like cognitive and like neurological things it can affect. He said he does not think that this condition that I was born with has anything to do with what happened yesterday. He thinks I just got super lightheaded. My blood pressure dropped because I obviously probably didn't eat and drink as much as I should have. And after the fluids, I honestly did feel like a new person last night. He also thinks that the drop in blood pressure and me passing out, just like me coming back, it was just harder for my brain to like figure out what was going on. And because I do have the malformation and it can cause cognitive issues, that could potentially have come into play on that aspect. But the malformation is not why I passed out. I passed out because I was dehydrated and I didn't eat enough. So very scary. The kids had to stay with my grandma last night because we were at the hospital all night. And I had to get them ready for school at her house, and it just was so chaotic. I'm glad it's over. And I was not going to make the video about me or about my health, but that was scary, and I wanted to talk about it and say that I'm okay, but it was a huge wake-up call for me. I obviously need to be taking better care of myself and really like paying attention to my body more and not just chalking everything up to, oh, I must be stressed. Oh, I must be this. I must be that. Well, obviously there's like actual things going on with my body that I really need to listen to. So now I have to follow up with my PCP, and they mentioned that he may want me to get like further testing, like, see a neurologist, go from there, especially because I do have a lot of the issues that coincide with the Chiari condition. So we will see. Definitely interesting to find out that I do have something wrong with my brain, essentially. I never would have thought. But yeah, it's been a crazy week so far, and it's only Wednesday. And we still have to get through the week, have 2 parties this weekend. Like, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. So I just finished up at the UPS store so that I could pick up the package with the rest of the kids' stuff for their little cake that we're making on Sunday for our small to get together, not the big one. Here it is. And when she handed me the package, it looked like very slim, and I'm like, there's no way that's what I ordered. Like, I ordered little figurines, right? Well, it's Steve and it's the Creeper figurine, but they're Legos. I have to build them. I have to build the figurines. It looks very easy to put together, but it's just the fact that I have to assemble the figures. I'm just like, did I not think when I was ordering this? It literally says Lego Minecraft on the package. I picked up a Dunkin' Latte with a shot of blueberry, and it's really good, but I didn't even care if it was good. I just needed some coffee. I have so much to do today. Oh my goodness. I look crazy. I don't even care about that. But today's Friday. I have to get dinner in the crock pot. I have to shower and throw some clothes on. I have to go take my mom to work. That is a new thing that has been added to my to-do list today. I also have to pick her up this afternoon, which means I have to hurry assembling this cake project for Sunday for the boys' small get-together party. I'm supposed to be deep cleaning the bathroom so our guests can use the bathroom for tomorrow. And I don't even have time now because it's 9 o'clock. I have to get my mom at 10. I still haven't showered. I haven't even had breakfast. I'm just sipping on this coffee, and no wonder I'm shaky and like all over the place because I'm just drinking coffee. I've had no water today. I've had no food. Oh my gosh. I'm like stressed, you guys. There's so much to do. I was going to pick up my friend to help me make the cake, but I can't even do that now because I have to turn around and get my mom shortly after. Like, she's working half shift, so I don't have as much time as I thought. I have to get the kids off the bus. So much. So I'm going to put my roast in the crock pot. We're having beef and noodles for dinner. I'm really excited about it because I've been craving just a really good like beef and noodle dish, and we're gonna have corn on the cob. Yum. And then of course we're having pizza and cake and all that junk tomorrow, but we're having a good home cooked meal tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the crock pot, finish my coffee, take a shower, get dressed, and take my mom to work, and then go make this cake.
And this is what I got on for tomorrow.
Nice.
You can make it the old one, the new one.
Here's the finished product. I'm making a video showing the candles and the figurines. I kind of like it because it looks like Steve is like walking through tall grass because his legs are covered. So it looks like he's like trudging through the grass to get to the creeper. I kind of like that. Looks good. I just got home. I had to take my mom to work and then pick her up. So we stopped and got some Jimmy John's and a lemonade because I was hungry. She's like, yeah, I'll get you lunch and put gas in your car. So I was grateful for that. So we did that. We got the kids off the bus. I took her home. I just got back home. I just added, so the meat was already cooking for the beef and noodles. And then I just added the frozen egg noodles and some more beef broth. It smells amazing. Our whole house smells like the yummiest, butteriest, smell gooding, like stew meat ever. It just smells so good. Dinner's gonna be fantastic. I'm excited. But now I have to start cleaning for this party tomorrow. So let's get it. I am so excited. The cake looks amazing. They were able to get some more ink in to do the cake, so yay. Makeup is done. I put on this dress. I'm wearing green, my husband's wearing red. We're so themed and so cutesy. The bathroom is clean. He's taking stuff outside. The kids are staying in their room. They're like quarantined. Yeah, come on. Come on, get out of the bathroom. And Grizzly is just all over the place. He doesn't know what's going on. I have to get Ezra a Band-Aid. I don't know what he did in just this short amount of time, but he needs a Band-Aid. So yeah, we're in crunch time. We have an hour until people start showing up. Yeah. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed.
Oh, no, you guys can open your eyes. Open the eyes.
Yay! Open your eyes! Surprise!
Happy birthday! Surprise!
Oh.
Good to see you. Everybody scoot back. Everybody scoot back.
Oh, oh. All right, Elijah, go ahead.
No, turn.
Turn around. Okay, swing. Hit it. Oh, hit it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elijah. Happy birthday to you. We are ending the night. We're leaving the game early. Nathan's a little overstimulated. And I got helmet nachos that I am currently working on. I think that's going to be my dinner because I'm sick of cake and pizza from earlier. We gotta hit the button so we can cross. Elijah, get over here. Oh gosh. Press the button. All right, now we wait Yeah, I'm exhausted. Perfect way to end this vlog is with a little Rainbow Road cake, some Neapolitan ice cream, and a foot soak because my feet are killing me from all of the standing and walking today. Like my ankles are just so swollen. So I'm gonna also drink some water before bed to help with the swelling and soak them and just rest because I have to sing at church tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad this crazy, chaotic weekend is coming to a close because hosting a party is no joke and it's not my favorite thing, but I'm glad that the boys had a phenomenal time. All of our guests really enjoyed themselves and everything honestly turned out really good. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.